cricketers. Yeah. So, obviously we know how volatile T20 cricket is, so just making sure that we can put our best foot forward every time is usually going to give us the best opportunity to succeed. And, you know, sometimes we have the rub of the green and sometimes we don't, so that's just, as long as we can control the things that we control, that's usually what we're trying to do.
Rachin Ravindra on strike. It's down the leg side. It's given wide. It's been a pretty close call for Chris Brown. Wasn't too far away. It's pushed you back there, Eddie, right onto the boundary. So you'll be signing autographs and keeping an eye on the game.
Yeah. Gets a bit tricky sometimes, especially when Robbie's always making a change in the field and whatnot. So yeah, usually it's a bit of a juggling act for sure.
You got a kid right there. He's waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
But he's wearing a Man City shirt, so should you consider it?
Man United, isn't it?
Tony Sale's been in touch, Eddie. He's not sure about the slug you're running.
About the slug?
The moustache.
Jeez, he's never been a fan of that facial hair. I guess it's because he saw me at school cricket, didn't he? So we weren't allowed to back in the day, but expanding my horizons these days. I'm not sure Sailor's one to comment on that, can he?
Driven well, and then hit straight into the non-striker. And some days you have no luck at all unless it's bad luck. Eddie, great to chat, buddy. We'll catch up with you later.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
15 for 2.
He did drive that straight into Troy Johnson, didn't he? And looked pretty painful. Luckily for him, not one of those horrible situations where you drive it the full and then it's caught off the non-striker who's managed to somehow kick it out to cover. But yeah, it's well fielded by Troy Johnson.
Actually, we didn't make anything of it during the women's game. Did you notice Holly Huddleston? Twice she's had one hit straight into her shin. Watching Holly bowl in the early game today, twice driven straight into her shin. She didn't even flinch. Tough woman, Holly Huddleston. Hit hard too.
She's tough, Holly Huddleston. I guess when you're bowling at the death and you're trying to bowl full, you're going to get quite a few of them come straight back at you. Always it well.
Danny Ferns still working on that economy rate. 12 wickets in 12 matches. And obviously Rob O'Donnell has thought, well, three. Oh, hit hard. Could be all the way, should be all the way, and is. Hits the Toblerone on the full. They'll probably have a check here, but I think, as my eye saw that out the commentary pod, that hit on the full.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. I'll go back on field.
Confirmation from Derek Walker in the box, and Glenn Walken signals 6 runs to Ravindra. Some relief for this pair. And they're going to scamper through. Johnson called the run. And then I'm not entirely sure what that throw was. I think an aborted attempt, maybe.
It's one of those ones where you see quite late that something's wrong, and so you hang on to it. And it sticks in the hand too long and looks like a big throwdown.
It's George Worker. Yeah, good.
It's not taking anything away from a very good deceptive ball from Dunley Ferns.
It was.
Ashok was well through that. That was very well disguised.
He'll be disappointed with that first delivery. Getting cracked for 6. So it's on him now. Hard to find the timing at the moment. Barring that one shot, it's just felt like nothing's finding the middle of the bat out there.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I mean, the six was a great shot from Ravindra in that step hit zone. He was able to just do that, fetch it across the line. He's not going to get too many more of them, and certainly hasn't seen them. Just have a look here. Yeah, just could step and swing right through. Knew there was no protection out there. Need a few more of those, the Firebirds.
23 for 2 now. 1.5 overs remaining in the power play. Short ball this time. Fern's just mixing it up, and that's given wide. Auckland took a long time to signal that.
Just missed slightly, Ferns. Good choice, though. I think good strategic bowling. Used that earlier on in the over, and the batter either way was nowhere near it.
Oh, swinging hard this time. It's wide again. Just needs to tighten up here. Ferns, his two opening bowlers have given him a nice platform to work on. Ravindra getting himself set now, and Johnson both on 8 runs. They're starting to give these two a chance to get settled.